Hello, Captains. It's the Doctor. Welcome back to some Star Trek Online news. Today is the big summer event for Star Trek Online, as you can see right here. And that's primarily what we're going to talk about today. And if there's any other news pieces that we have missed since the last one, I'll talk about that as well. But pretty much the big news here is the start of the summer event, which starts today as of my recording, which is Thursday, June 9th. This will last until July 20-something. We'll find out. It's July 20-something. I forgot the exact date. But that is the time that it runs. And here's a picture of the ship. That's right, we're getting an alien ship, very alien, a Vorgon ship it looks like. We'll go over all that because they have released the specs on that and what we can expect out of that ship. It is an escort type ship. So let's go over all the news and see what we've got. I haven't clicked on any of these yet, so all new to me as well. Star Trek Online, Army of Me. This is one of those storyline things where they're, just talking about news story or talking about the storyline and everything. Probably definitely worth reading, but I'm not going to read it here. Let's see. Oh, my whole thing messed up here. There we go. We've already seen that trailer. Got the release notes that are out for the latest patch. Not even going to go over that. Agency yesterday will... let's see. Perfect World is leading blah, blah, blah. Encryptic, blah, blah, blah. Will launch on July 6th. So here's the official announcement that Agents of Yesterday is going to launch on July 6th. So we're not very long out from this whole thing. About a month. The third expansion for the Star Trek-themed free-to-play MMORPG celebrates the 50th anniversary of Star Trek: The Original Series by transporting players back in time to command era-appropriate ships and explore the galaxy. Agents of Yesterday also brings back iconic characters from Star Trek: The Original Series and introduces classical playable starships, including the infamous Enterprise Constitution class. The player, basically bringing the original series experience to Star Trek Online here. And I'm not going to go over all of that. You guys can read it there. But basically, that's the big announcement, is that this is now coming July 6th. We have a date. We know a date that this is coming. We can expect it. So look forward to that. Vorgon conclusions. In the future, the scientist Caldana will build a quantum phase inhibitor known as the Toxutot. Both scientist and device will be controversial and coveted across time and space. Find out where this story began and how it ends as you chase the Vorgons who want the Toxutot for their own. Vorgon Conclusions will be the second episode in our new Yesterday's War arc. Characters must have already completed the core of the matter and reached level 30 to play this episode. Prior to the launch of our latest expansion, Agents of Yesterday Golden Lifetime players will have access to this mission on Tribble. Of course, I'm not going to do it on Tribble. I'll wait. So this is just another new mission that's coming with the expansion. So looking forward to that. Some background information on the Vorgons is very cool. Here is the summer event ship. The summer 2016 ship stats. So here it is. It looks like that. You know what it looks like to me? It looks definitely very alien. Looks like other sci-fi shows type ships. Think of Earth Final Conflict. Think of Babylon 5 and like the first, like the Vorlons or the others out there or whatever. Would seem to be very alien ship in Star Trek Online. I like the looks of that. Very, very alien. During Star Trek Online's 2016 summer event, you will be able to obtain Lolnut prize vouchers by participating in the Flying High event. These prize vouchers can be spent on an event reputation project to obtain the Vorgon Xiphias Heavy Escort. This project requires 1,000 Lolnut prize vouchers. Once the starship is obtained by any character on your account, any characters on this account can claim the Vorgon Xiphias Heavy Escort from the Account Claim tab within the event store in the Event Reputation window. Vorgon Xiphias Heavy Escort. The Vorgon Xiphias Heavy Escort was designed to pursue, cripple, and destroy its targets. The Xiphias is quite durable for a ship of its class. This durability comes at the cost of reduced maneuverability. It features a Lieutenant Commander Universal / Intel Specialist seat. So it's an Intel ship with, well, not an Intel ship, but it can have Intel powers for an escort. Any faction can use it. You need to be a Rear Admiral, Sub-Admiral, or Brigadier General to run it. Your hull strength starts at 32,250 at level 40. It is 40,537 at level 50 and 47,000 at level 60. So quite a good hull strength for an escort. But because of that durability, it's going to turn slower. Shield modifier of 1. 4 weapons, 4 forward weapons, 3 aft, 2 device slots, 1 ensign tactical, 1 commander tactical, 1 lieutenant commander engineering, 1 lieutenant science, and 1 lieutenant commander universal / intel. 5 tactical console slots, 4 engineering, 2 science. So pretty heavy on engineering consoles as well. 15 degrees per second turn rate, so there's the slow turn rate. Impulse modifier of 0.20. Inertia 60, it's got a pretty high inertia, plus 15 power to weapons and engines. It can load dual cannons. However, with a ship that moves that slow, I would caution against cannons. I think this may be the perfect ship for like dual beams. And those are very well these days anyway, because a lot of people who are doing a very high DPS have chosen to go with dual beam banks over cannons these days. So I would say this is probably good for a beam build, dual beam bank build, or something like that. It has a universal console called Harasser Probes. We'll see what that's about. And it has a Starship ability package, of course, precise weapon systems, tactical maneuvering, enhanced weapon systems, devastating weaponry, and then the Starship trait is called Harasser Mines. So let's see what the console does. The Vorgon Xiphias Heavy Escort comes equipped with a Harasser Probes console. When this ability is activated, the Vorgon ship will deploy 2 Harasser Probes that will attack nearby targets with chronoton mines, tractor beams, and tetrion beam arrays at a very close range. So that's interesting. It's kind of like a probe that's a multifunction probe that does several different things. It can have chronoton mines, it can have tractor beams, and it can have tetrion beam arrays to actually fire on the enemy as well, doing more damage. So it's a multi-purpose probe. I kind of like the idea of that. And in fact, I would think that might be the future of, weaponry on a starship. Instead of just outright firing beam weapons and stuff like that, you would want to send out a probe that can fly far away from your ship, but has a multi-function purpose. That it can fire a beam weapon, it can have a tractor beam, it can have a mine, it can do different weapon functions. That to me sounds like a logical progression of weaponry. Anyway, I like the sound of that, and it does sound like, though, it is basing its technology on tetrion beam energy. So this might be the kind of starship where you might want to go with a tetrion build, because it sounds like that these probes will be using tetrion beam energy. This console provides a passive boost to critical damage and tetrion directed energy weapons. So there you go. Having the console on anyway gives you a passive boost to tetrion energy weapons. So this is definitely the kind of ship that if you want to get the most out of it, you will need to go with a tetrion build. Simple as that. This console may be equipped on any Vorgon starship. Now the Harasser Mines. This is the starship trait. After achieving level 5 in the Heavy Escort Starship Mastery, you will unlock the Harasser Mines starship trait. While this trait is slotted, and either cannon scatter volley or beam fire at will is active, your directed energy weapons will trigger a chronoton mine to appear within 1.5 kilometer of each target affected by the initial activation of either cannon scatter volley or beam fire at will. This can occur once every 20 seconds. So there you go. This will benefit if you do have cannons. You can benefit from this trait with scatter volley. But if you do have beams fire at will, will activate this trait, and fire at will is very, very popular with beam weaponry. So you're likely to have fire at will if you're going to go the beam route. So the trait will work with that, and basically it makes a mine, a chronoton mine, appear next to your enemy. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, of each target, 1.5 kilometer of each target. So, and it's a chronoton mine. So this is definitely the kind of ship where you will probably want to go with beams, probably either single beams or dual beams. You know, definitely beams. You will want to go with Tetrion energy, and you will want something to probably boost chronoton damage as well. Because if you're going to be using that trait, every time you activate fire at will, which you're going to be doing anyway, that trait will automatically activate every 20 seconds, so you might as well get the most damage. Plus, the harasser probes themselves have the chronoton, was it a torpedo or a mine? No, it's a mine. So they also do mines. The harasser probes themselves also have chronoton mines. So you will want something that boosts chronoton damage, and you will want something that boosts Tetrion damage. You'll want to go with Tetrion weaponry on this thing, and beam fire at will. And that will be getting the most out of this starship, or most out of this escort starship. So that's the direction that I will definitely go when I build it. But I'm looking forward to trying it out. I want to get it. I like the looks of it. Very alien. Very alien. I could easily roll a Vorgon character, you know, and use this ship as his ship, because it looks just like that. Very cool. Very cool looking. Look at that profile. That is so cool. Alright, I like that. Good. I'm getting that ship. What else do we have? Here's all about the summer event. Here's some of the costumes that they have. I am making, or have already made, and it'll either be up before this one or after this one, I'm not sure. But I have made a video going over all of the summer events. So I have played them all. And I made a video about that on my free-to-play character, but that's going to serve as my summer event video anyway. So I've gone over all of these costumes that you can purchase, but here's some really good pictures of them here. They have Gorn in bikinis. I mean, come on, you have to have that shirt. And check out that mustache. That is one heck of a mustache. Got to have the shirt open, show that chest hair, and wear that Gorn shirt. That is epic. If I were going to Risa, that's what I would wear. I would look just like that. But you've also got some shorts. You got plaid shorts. You've got different kind of board shorts here, bikinis and other items. And then you have this retro look that they've got going on. This is the original Star Trek, obviously. And this is the retro uniform. I forgot this. I even think maybe they were androids, or maybe they weren't. I don't remember. But I remember that collar. I just don't remember what the episode was about. But I remember that collar. So these are some retro, you know, swimwear, outdoor wear that you can also put on from the original series. So that is really cool. So Rice's annual Lolnut Festival is a time for captains to come together for some valuable R&R. The residents of Surya Bay and the Lobi Crystal Consortium have once again partnered together to bring festival participants the highest quality wares, including exchanging Lolnut prize vouchers for the new Vorgon Xiphias Heavy Escort. And we already went over all that. This year sees the addition of new pets, costumes, power boards, and other prizes for the summer event store. New store offerings can be purchased for Lolnut favors earned by participating in various events around the island. Players may access the event store by completing the Unlock the Summer Event Prize Vendor Event Reputation Project to earn Risian Solarian Caracal vanity pets. The Risan Solarian Caracal is a small animal native to the planet Risa. Closely related to the Lunarian Caracal, they are diurnal creatures with an even temperament. Different colors of caracals are available from the Summer Event Store and the Lobi Store. Floaters, in something of a departure from prior festivals, this year sees the introduction of stripped floaters. These new patterns are striped, I should say, not stripped. That's a whole different kind of floater. The new patterns come in cyan, orange, and pink primary colors and have the same features. You got mini power boards. The Lolnut Festival has decided to complement their existing power board selection with the addition of new suite of mini power boards. Featuring the same speed and turn rate, many powerboards give captains the options to ride the waves on a shorter board, which I did do in my playthrough that you will see. Cocktails. There's new cocktails you can purchase. I will go over those in my video as well. Vintage attire. We just talked about that. A throwback swimwear and attire from the original series. That's cool. Career-specific kit modules. I also went over this in my video. But you've got a new mechanic kit module called Molten Terrain, a new science kit module called Sonic Disruption, and a new assault one called Corrosive Grenade. I talked about those in the video, so we'll go over all that there. Here's some picture of these caracals. All the above prizes can be purchased from alongside the entries from the previous years, giving captains a wide variety of rewards to earn. So go to Risa and get your Risa stuff on. That's the thing to do. This is just a precursor kind of thing. Grab your power boards and your floaters because the LolNet Festival is coming back to Risa. All the fun is back. Dance parties, sandcastles building, Vorgon hunts, powerboard racing, and floater challenges with new rewards, tropical caracals, toss-themed bathing suits and tropical tribble, and more. Please remember that swimsuits and shirts covered in Vorgons and dancing girls do not fall under the uniform code for members of the various exploratory and military services, and thus such items are non-regulatory for mission duty. Quinn, an enterprising Ferengi, has set up a camp on the far side of the island where he is asking for help tracking down temporal anomalies that have popped up across the island. Feel free to contact him for more information, but be forewarned he is in no way associated with the Risan Resort. Participate in the floater challenge courses to earn LolNet prize vouchers that can be traded for the heavy escorts, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, there you go. Now, I did try this anomaly thing with Gwen, where you're supposed to go around and find these anomalies. I found it very difficult and very hard to do. I didn't quite understand the scanning scheme. It's kind of like a hot-cold thing. If you're hotter, you're closer. If you're cold, you're far away. And it has a simple green, you're closer, and red, you're farther indicator. But it doesn't tell you in what direction that is. So it's really hard to nail stuff down and locate where these items are, these artifacts. In the whole 14 minutes or whatever, 15 minutes I had for the entire thing to do the thing, for the bonus and everything, I could not find, within 15 minutes, I could not find the artifact. It was that difficult. So I think they need a directional thing. They need it to like show direction. They need to say, you know, it's colder or farther in a certain direction so that you know which direction to walk to. Because as it is, it's a little hard to find. I couldn't find it. I gave up. Maybe you guys will have better luck. I'm just saying I had a problem with it. And I gave it the full 15 minutes or whatever, and I couldn't find it. And I recorded that. You'll see it in the video. But there you go. That is the summer event stuff. I don't really think there's much more there. We already talked about the ship, so this is just talking about how they're going to, how the console and all that works. But we already talked about that. And so that's pretty much it. There's really not much other news. Yeah, we did Galardan Core in the last news update, so there hasn't been much else new. Repeat performance. What's this? Oh, so this is another one of those storylines you can read. Not going to go over that. So that's pretty much it. Since the last news post, the big news really is just the fact that now we know July 6th is when Agents of Yesterday is coming out. And then you've got the summer event, which is going on until July something, July 20 something. I want to say it's the 21st or 25th or somewhere along there. It's the 20 something. I probably looked over it reading all this. No, they don't say the date, but it is till like the end of July. So you have quite a bit of time. Now, at 1,000 prize vouchers to buy the Starship, you get 40 for each run of the floater event every 20 hours. Doing the math, that would take you 25 days to get the free Starship. So you pretty much need to play this thing from start to finish and not miss too many days if you want to get that free Starship. Because it's going to take you 25 days purchasing those vouchers, or doing the floater event to get the vouchers. because you only get 40 each time. So that's going to take you a while to get, 25 days. But I'm going to do it because I want to review the ship, A. Number 2, I want this ship on my free-to-play character, Rami Summers, because it's an escort. She flies escorts. This would be a great Tier 6 ship for her to have as an in-game character. Because as a free-to-play character, you don't get any more free ships after that last, Tier 5 free ship. So, you don't get Tier 6 ships or anything like that. So this is the only way, really, to earn a Tier 6 ship on a free-to-play character is to use these event things, like the summer event, winter event, or anniversary event. So I will be utilizing this summer event to get this ship. But that means I've got to play every single day and really not miss a day in order to have enough. It's either that or use a low buy to buy vouchers, which you could do, but I don't have any low buy, so I am still going to have to play the event every day. Well, anyway, guys, that's the news. That's what I've got. That's the summer event in a nutshell. Go have at it. Have fun. Like I said, I've already recorded my video for the summer event, so it'll either be published before or after this has gone up. You'll see it as well. So that is that, everybody. Enjoy your summer. Have a good one.